He won stage 1 and stage 2. I mean, he was in a position that certainly felt like he could have won that race. And if that would have been the case, we'd be talking about what a great season Ben Rhodes is having.
And he's a veteran, Vince.
Yeah, hard to believe. 7 years he's been in this series. I mean, he still looks like a kid.
I know, and I talked to him out in Vegas, and it was so cool listening to him talk about his championship and his season and everything that he is doing and digesting. He sounded like the veteran that we talk of him as being at only 25 years old.
He said it's still unusual when they ask him to host the rookie meeting. Here's Zane Smith in the 38, and the 38 team won this race a year ago with Todd Gilliland behind the wheel. What a future this young man has. He has already shown ability to win races. He's won 4.
Top 10 so far in this session. Working another lap here. See, well off the track on exit there. That's pretty normal on a road course.
It is, especially on the painted exits where you see the green paint on the exit here. That's actually a great place to get forward bite, to get that drive off, to get these trucks up to speed. You might actually even wait a little bit, like you see him step out of the corner right there, even on entry. Once he gets on the green, he's moving forward. That truck looks really good coming off the corner, but might need a little bit of help mid-corner and maybe off the brake there a bit.
And how do you balance that, Andy, when you know your truck needs work, but you like it in a certain part of the corner and you're afraid to jeopardize what's good about it?
There are definitely places in all of NASCAR road racing where you can have a truck that's really solid in 70% of the corners, and then that just means that in those 30% that it's not, you've got to drive that truck maybe 2% off and save those tires.
Sheldon Creed has jumped to the top of the speed chart, and we go to Jamie Little for more on the 38.
Well, Vince, you guys talk about Zane Smith and Todd Gilliland. You mentioned won this race last year. He was just in the pits walking around listening to his old team. But in talking to Zane, he said when he came to this team this year and he sat down with Chris Lawson, his crew chief, he said, where do you want to focus? He said, at the road courses. My background is road course racing. I grew up karting on road courses. I want to focus. Give me a good truck to go try to get that trophy. And that's what they've done. Pretty happy with it here in this practice so far.
Okay, up inside the top 10 as Kyle Busch has jumped back, and now Sheldon Creed back on top of Busch as they're going back and forth here with some new names jumping up into the top 10. Parker Kligerman is there. You see Nemechek, Grant Enfinger.
What about Chase Purdy?
Yeah, I was going to say Eckes and Purdy moving their way into the top 10.
That is quite a statement from Creed. If that is the same set of tires that they've started with, there's 3 heat cycles with those 2 red flags on it, and to be able to put that lap down this late says I got a good truck.
Yeah, and also shows you what timing means to these drivers, getting acclimated with the 20 turns they're faced with here. You're just going to get better and better. No matter how good you think you are, when there's 20 turns, you're going to improve through some of those with just the time on the track.
Absolutely.
Watching Crafton in that neon 88 with Austin Wayne Self, Texas native behind him in the 22, and Self's off to a good start. Got a couple of top 10s in the first 3 races. I mean, 13th, 9th, and 10th. His average finish, 5th best.
See the on the back of that truck, it says, "Don't mess with Texas." He's a Texas native. This is a big, big race for he and this team.
Texas logo on the grill as well.
Matt Crafton down outside the top 20, 21st. He's got to be a bit concerned about his pace.
Matt's truck looks like it's rolling over on the front a lot more than some of these other trucks are. Just now when he dipped in the 15 there, that left front, the right front was all the way down on the ground, the left front was way up in the air.
There's Sheldon. The session has ended, so he'll be fastest.
It was tight over the course of 3.4 miles, 0.3 of a second between he and Kyle Busch. And in fact, you look at that top 10 and it's all pretty close.
We might not be used to seeing 1.5 seconds spread between the top 10, but again, we're at 20 corners. We're at very few laps.
Look at the 51 of Kyle Busch. His second Truck Series race of the season. Won the Xfinity race here a year ago. He'll try to do it tomorrow in the truck.